Hey, I wanted to start this video and let you know I have changes coming to the video layout. So I know we've had several comments about not being able to see the countertop and what I'm doing on the videos, and we have changes. It won't be in today's video, but starting next week, you will see a change and I'll make sure that you're able to see everything I'm doing on the counter. So thank you for supporting me. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell so you're alerted each week when we get a new video. Welcome back. Another episode of Tasha's Heirloom Table. Excited for today's recipe. We are finishing off my big bag of lemons that I have. So we are going to make lemon cake. And this is a little bit different recipe because it uses a cake mix, and not usually big on using cake mixes, but you know, there's a time and there's a place for that. So here is the recipe. This is from Mildred, which I think in my last recipe with Mildred, I said she was related to my grandfather's dad, but that's not right. She's related to my grandfather's mom, grandmother Elliot. She's related on her side. So, Mildred's lemon cake. Excuse me. This is going to be, sorry about that, very, very lemony. I think delicious. So, let's start. First, it says 1 box of Duncan Hines cake mix. And it doesn't give a specific type. So my guess is I'm thinking this was written in the 50s, maybe the 60s, but a while ago. There may have only been 1 or 2 types of cake mix that came from Duncan Hines. I don't know. I didn't do any research on it, but we're using butter flavored because this is what I had already. So, I did not pre-open this. Raise 1 box of, I would say, yellow cake mix. I mean, white probably works too. Okay. And then, another box of something. 1 box of lemon jello, and it doesn't say the size, so I'm using a 3-ounce. So we'll see what happens here. I think the real lemon flavor comes in with the topping on this cake. All right, so we got 1 box of cake mix, 1 box of lemon jello. Then we're going to do 3/4 cup of water, which I have here, and 3/4 cup of oil. And it says Wesson, but I'm not using Wesson. I'm just using a big bottle of oil that I had from Costco. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up because it says to add the eggs 1 at a time and make sure they're mixed really well. So, we're just going to give this a good mix through. Alrighty. Now, we're going to add 4 eggs, 1 at a time, and beat well after each addition. So, 1, 'kay, that beat well. 2, 3, Ready? Not that I beat that one as much as I beat the last one, but there is 3. I feel like these are just getting mixed up. Boom. Now, this, if you're looking for a quick recipe, my assumption is this is a good one. Also, go back to the coffee cake, Lorraine's coffee cake, because that was so easy and so delicious. Everybody that tried it could not believe how good it was. And my mom and I shared a piece for breakfast with our coffee. Just had such a good flavor, and it was so moist. Okay, that is mixed really well. Okay, now the next thing it tells me, and this is something I never, ever, ever do when baking a cake, but because it says to on this card, I'm going to. I'm sure there's a reason it says to do this, but it says to pour into a Pyrex dish and cook for 30 to 35 minutes at 350. So I never bake a cake in glass, but we're going to today because that's what Mildred said to do. So let's pour this out. All right, let's get this in the oven. Sticking this in a 350 degree oven. It says 30 to 35 minutes. I'm gonna start at 25 minutes and give her a check at that time. Okay, I think the real magic for this cake is after it comes out of the oven. So, we'll be back. The cake is out. I baked it for about 33 minutes. I'm not super happy with how the top turned out. It's kind of browned on top, which is weird, but it took a minute for that middle to get cooked or baked. So I don't know. We'll see. It's not the prettiest cake, but hopefully it's good. All right. Now, next it says, take, while hot, punch holes in the cake with an ice pick or a toothpick. So we're going to use this kebab stick. And we're just going to poke holes all around the side. I mean, the sides are definitely done. It's pulling away from the sides. I don't know if there should be any kind of rhyme or reason to the hole punching here. I haven't made a whole lot of cakes where I punch holes in it, so the brown part is kind of lifting some of that cake up. I don't like that. Not the prettiest cake, but I'm thinking it's going to be good because of this next step that I'm going to tell you. Where the lemon juice comes in. All right. I think this is thoroughly hole punched with my skewer here. All right. Next, it says pour over the mixture while hot. Pour this mixture over the cake while hot. 1 3/4 cup of powdered sugar and the juice of 5 lemons. So that is a lot of lemon juice. That's what I think. I'm gonna make this super, super lemony. And I did measure in grams the powdered sugar, and it is 90 grams of powdered sugar. You know what? That's not right. 1 1/3 cup is more than that, because 1 cup is 120. So I have an assistant over here helping me. So we need to add more powdered sugar. I'm glad we talked this out. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm putting 120 more grams in here. So 120 plus 90 is what? 210? 210. So 210 grams of powdered sugar. So I have my little handy. That's gonna make this look a little better than what I thought. I started not too long ago putting my powdered sugar in a jar, and you may be smarter than me and have done that for a long time, but let me just tell you, powdered sugar like this is the only way to go, in my opinion. It's just so much easier to measure with. I used to just pour it out of the bag. I know, amateur. Okay, sorry, thought I was all prepared. You know, there's always one of these moments in these videos where I'm not prepared to give this a good little whiskeroo, because that powdered sugar definitely balls up in this lemon juice. I just want to make sure it's all mixed in so we don't have any clumps. Okay, still a little bit clumpy there. All right, here is 1 3/4 cup of powdered sugar and juice of 5 lemons, and we're gonna dump this over this. I mean, this is a lot of liquid. Kind of like it kind of reminds me of a tres leche. I know this isn't milk, but it doesn't say to let this soak in. In fact, that's where the directions stop, but I think lemon tastes better when it's cooled off. So we're gonna let this sit and cool off, and then we'll cut in and take a bite. See how she tastes. My guess is she's gonna be good. We are going to thank Mildred for this recipe card and make it again, because yum. Also, while we're waiting to taste, make sure you go subscribe to this channel so that you are alerted each week when a new video drops. And let me know, have you made any of these recipes? Because I want to hear from you. All right, see you in a minute. Let's taste this lemon cake. Mildred's lemon cake. I like getting the first piece out of the pan is always a mess, but okay, here you go. Pretty good texture. It's pretty moist. All right. That is so lemony. It's really good. I was thinking before we tested this that I'm wondering if like a whipped topping or clip of an assistant over here or something like that would be good on here. And I think I would do like a whipped topping and maybe some strawberries. This would be good with like a strawberry shortcake vibe. So we have some lemons and want to make the cake. I mean, that is so lemony. That's why it's taking me a minute because it kind of takes my breath away. Does it tingle right here? You know, when something's really sour, it kind of tingles here. It doesn't do that, but it just kind of punches you in the back of the throat. It's like lemon. So it's really good. Mildred's B lemon cake. And I'm going to put the recipe as written in the description of this video. So if you want to give it a try, go ahead and check it out there. Also, make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you're alerted each week when a new video drops. So I'll see you next time on Tasha's Heirloom Table.